Okay, I played a game this morning against one of the bots of chess.com. The bot is called Devon and is a 1600 rated player, adaptive, which means that if I play well, it becomes harder. If I play badly, it becomes easier. Honestly, I don't think he's a 1600 rated player. Like the end of the review says, he is like 900, I think. So I don't understand why chess.com is not able to fix their bots to a level that is really like that. This game also is testing this repertoire made by Christof Selecki, Keep It Simple, 1e4 2.0. Okay? And we are in the theory up to here. In Christof Selecki book that I'm using from New in Chess, this move is not in the theory, so I didn't know what to do. Like always, I mean, I like opening books, but it's terrible. They always leave you without knowing what you're doing, because I didn't play e4 for like a century, so I don't remember anything. With that said, also in my opinion, the interface by chess.com is terrible. Luckily, I sent this game on email. I share it on my email because I saved it and he didn't save it. I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't save it. Because I do believe that it's very important to review games after playing them. Otherwise, how do you learn chess? On another hand, I like these colorful things for the moves. It's really interesting. And it seems, for example, that here the best move could have been... Okay. I prefer to castle because this is an open game, so I thought I wanted to attack in the center. A5, he said, is a mistake. Again, I honestly don't know. He says the best move, this is a Stockfish 16, says it's bishop c5, as we can see by the arrow. And here it's an inaccuracy. It seems the best one was c4, kind of counterintuitive c4, because then you leave the d3 pawn back, so I don't know. I didn't think of c4 at all. Knight d4 is a mistake, b4 is the best, not really, because I saw that also possible was bishop b4, probably because one could castle after, while knight d4, unfortunately, the king is still in the center. Here, there is the best move, it's knight takes d4. I played this move, that is a miss, or maybe it's a mistake, who knows. The score goes really down, because at this point, if I take on d4, I'm on 1.89, 1.9 advantage, so maybe nearly 2 pawns. When I play this move, the advantage disappears, it's like 0.4. So, and here I didn't like to have the pawns on the b file, all these pawns, but again, I was not playing with a long time control. I was playing fast, like the computer, you know, like a couple of seconds for each move, 5 seconds maybe max. This is a mistake again. Maybe bishop b4 was another move. Again, this bishop b4 seems important. Why? Because it allows the king to escape from the center. And I played this move, which chess.com review says it's brilliant, but in reality it's not brilliant. It's just Makes sense, right? Because I'm developing a piece, attacking the center that I need, and I know that the knight e5 cannot be touched. Why? Because there is a king behind, so you don't want to exchange the queen for a knight and a rook, right? So I don't think it's brilliant, honestly. I think it's a normal move in this position. This is an inaccuracy since bishop e7 was the best, because bishop e7, then you have really a problem with a knight e5. What do you do with a knight e5? And I admit I didn't think of it. What I would have done if bishop e7 was played. This is why the review is good, because at this point you need to decide what you're going to do. Obviously, if we play al-atal, generally this is the move to play. Also, if it's not correct, I don't know if it is correct or not, but it's al-atal, no? How Tal would like to play. Then you attack again, let's see, g6 probably, attack. And then what do you do? I don't know, maybe, or knight, queen takes d5 is a possibility, or queen f3. I don't know which one of the two is the best. I think maybe we can do right away. Queen takes d5, queen takes d5, and knight takes d5. And at this point, I don't know if white has a good position, because the pawn d3 is isolated. The pawn b2, b3, ugly, totally ugly. Black has the bishop pair advantage that can be a problem. I don't know which of the two. Yes, of course, the king is exposed. That's the point. Oh, finally, the computer arrived to tell me that this was the best move. Okay, thank you very much for telling us. Now let's go back to the game and see what happened. So knight takes c3 wasn't so good, and I played this. That is a mistake. But I wanted to take on a8, no, obviously, so that's why. And now he can take. Why that's a mistake? Because now I don't have any more something defending the rook on e1, so I cannot play rook e1. But I was too focused on taking that rook. That was the problem. And then this was why queen f3 wasn't a very good move, because now black has an advantage. You can see it materially, because black can defend that. But it seems also here, and this was a very interesting move from the bot, from the engine, very human in a sense, because he played queen e6 defending the bishop c8. The best move obviously was king d8. So yeah, maybe the computer is really adaptive. And here I made another mistake. It seems bishop e3 was the best one. Okay, what can I do? And this is a blunder. Wow. Would you ever say this is a blunder? It seems the right move at this point was bishop d6, which makes sense, because then the king can escape and castling defend the bishop c8. Once he had castle, then the pin doesn't exist anymore. But hey, yeah, this was a mistake, big mistake. Thank you, robot, for making a mistake. Here it says it's a great move. Obviously I play, and so I play only great moves. And this is a very interesting move, because this is the difference between a human and the engine. This is very human-like. The engine instead said that the best move was this bishop e7, followed by rook takes e6. How would a human play like this? It doesn't make any sense, right? So instead, it makes much more sense what the engine played. Oh, let me see. I made a mistake probably, and I touched the wrong thing. So let's see, rook f1, and then he played knight e2. Yes, to my opinion, this is very human-like. It's what a human would play, not the bishop e7. So in this sense, again, the robot, the engine in chess.com is good. This seems is not good, and I miss again the idea. And this is a very interesting idea. The best move was rook takes e2. Why? Because then it's followed by rook e1, so you cannot really take. Yeah, I miss it, sorry. It's part of life. That's why we should do some tactics training. Of course, I think at this point the game is over, so I will go a little fast because it doesn't make any sense anymore. Obviously here I want to exchange the pieces because I have a huge advantage and I think I can win the endgame no matter what. And here, however, I felt the power of the two bishops. So notice, obviously, this is not takeable because if you take the pawn on d4, you lose the bishop, right? So this is where I felt the power of the two bishops, because they could really take and protect everything, and that made me scared because I thought at a certain point I need to sacrifice a rook against a bishop in order to make the advantage real. Then of course a computer maybe doesn't need it, but I do. This move that says it's excellent is not really excellent. It was better bishop c6 probably, and it makes sense. And now the game is over, okay? Because once he has lost that, and here is the end. A very interesting game, however, I learned a few things.